Hello again, Honky Tonks. I am back out in the very racist British countryside. Notice how I've been enveloped by this white supremacist mist. Come down to check I'm the right demographic. Anyway, the Tories are effed. They really are screwed, big time. And if Nigel Farage chooses to do so, he could destroy them. He really could. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, Nigel Farage on Christmas Day published the Reform Party membership, which had overtaken the Tories by a couple of hundred, and he gloated and he goaded Kemi Badenoch with it on X, and she fell for it. And she put out a statement saying, well, Farage is lying. They're using dodgy technology to inflate their true numbers, the real membership number. Of course, this was a massive worm on a hook by Nigel Farage, and she took it hook, line and sinker. And he's threatening to take it to court for defamation, and he'll win because all the mainstream media organisations have proven, or they verified, that it's all true. The Reform Party memberships are what it says on the tin. They weren't using dodgy technology, and that's that. So Nigel Farage is demanding an apology from Kemi Badenoch, and she hasn't said sorry. She should do, because calling somebody a liar so publicly like that, with so many people watching, is actionable. Now, I'm not blowing my own trumpet here, but when you become prominent on social media, you get a certain number of subscribers and views. People notice you, and I don't like to drop names here, but a few prominent people give me information. I haven't always used that information. I've kept it in my back pocket, because if I release that information straight away, then it becomes apparent who's told it. So, discretion is the word of the day there. So anyway, this prominent local Tory in my area got in touch with me, and they said, listen, what's happening with the Tories at the moment? It could be catastrophic, but that all depends on Nigel Farage, and people are waiting at the lower levels of the Tory party, the membership, the people who do all the groundwork. They're waiting to see if Nigel Farage pulls that trigger, if he really does take it to court, because if he doesn't, then people are going to question why hasn't he taken this opportunity to completely destroy Kemi Badenoch and the Tory party as a whole, because if he sues her, he'll win. I've explained why, and she'll have to resign. And then how many leaders is that since 2010? I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But yeah, they're just waiting for Nigel Farage to pull the trigger on Kemi Badenoch and take her to court. And then there'll be mass defections to the Tories. Why did Kemi Badenoch do this? Well, this person says it's down to her advisors, basically. And Kemi Badenoch has these advisors thanks to David Cameron. Now, they're all blaming David Cameron for how the Tories have panned out. They don't really do what their voters wish them to do. A significant number of Tory voters are Brexiteers, and they were very dismayed after David Cameron, the party chose Theresa May. She didn't give them Brexit. They were hoping for it with Boris Johnson, but he didn't give them the Brexit they wanted. It was Brexit light, according to this person. So it's been downhill ever since then. 14 years of failure, On that, Keir Starmer and Labour are correct. And a lot of Tory party members are very disillusioned with the party, and they're just looking, basically, how the wind blows. They're like the Stanleys. Is it the Stanleys at the Battle of Bosworth between Henry Tudor and Richard III? They stood on the hill waiting to see how the battle went, and then they saw that Henry Tudor was winning, and they got onto his side. The next thing you know, Richard's dead, and Henry Tudor becomes Henry VII. It's that kind of scenario. The way this guy, or woman, or they, them even, explained it to me, it made sense. It really does. I mean, politics is very cloak and dagger anyway. Nigel Farage, according to them, wants the party to be the real Tory party. Hence why they're distancing from Tommy Robinson, etc. I didn't understand that at first. my reasoning was they really should talk to the guy. I know he's in prison, I know he's divisive, I know he's not to everyone's taste, but still his following is significant, and the Reform Party could really do with that. That was my reasoning. But the way this person explained it to me, it makes sense. So it is possible to support Tommy Robinson plus Reform at the same time. Reform are saying what they are because they want the Tory voters, basically. And if they had Tommy Robinson on side, then they couldn't have him. Reform reckon that they'll have more Tory voters than Tommy Robinson supporters, but what they don't realise is, according to this person again, a lot of Tory voters are Tommy Robinson supporters. So though Nigel Farage is playing it safe, Tice really isn't. Basically the way Reform are doing it are correct. So that's why I'm sticking with Reform. However, saying that, it's like good cop, bad cop they're trying to play. It's really weird, but I understand it. It's the way this person told me the other day. It just made sense to me. Doesn't mean I've turned on Tommy Robinson at all. I'm just looking at things politically and the broader spectrum, the broader painting, call it whatever you like. But there we go. But if Nigel Farage doesn't take Kemi Badenoch to court, then these people will stay with the Tories, because Kemi Badenoch will still be in power. She'll be unblemished, well, not power, in leadership, and that's it. The whole thing will be forgotten about. But you know, it's all down to Nigel Farage at the end of the day. So they're all watching Nigel Farage closely now to see what he does. If he sues Kemi Badenoch, takes her to court, he'll win. She'll then have to resign. The party's in disarray. It'll implode. She'll have to resign for lying, basically, and defamation. And if he doesn't, then they'll stay put and they'll stay with her. So again, it's a Battle of Bosworth scenario here. And Nigel Farage really needs the Stanleys at the moment. He really does need them. He's only got 5 MPs. He needs more. They're willing to go over, but he needs to give them something. That's how it works. It's all Game of Thrones, cloak and dagger stuff. So there we go. That's all I have. That's all I'm willing to give you at the moment. I can't give you more. There is much, much more. But it'll compromise certain people. And I can't really do that. So there we go. Right, I'm done. Catch you later. Have a good day. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, Roger Trout.